Hey, you are in the mix with a vibrant mix with Tasha Tamiko and Fred from the studios of TLC Talk Radio. And we have a lively show lined up for you. It is Women's History Month, and I like to think that women make history every day.
Hey, ladies.
Hey, ladies. We have a guest lined up for you. It's a pre-recorded interview with Erika Gilchrist of Women Thriving Fearlessly, and I love her acronym WTF, which had me laughing because I say that a lot. Maybe not out loud.
It's not the WTF you say.
It's not that. It's the Women Thriving Fearlessly, but in my mind, I say WTF a lot.
Yes,
I said
me
it,
too.
I said it today, looking at some of the headlines, or just things going on in my life. Like I just filed my taxes. This is late for me. Ooh. And I was like, oh, I should probably do that.
What do they have to the 15th? Or I think it's a few days. It's a few days extra, so it's the 18th, I think.
This year?
Yes,
I thought that was
because
last
the
year.
15th falls on a Saturday. Again, so I believe it's the 18th, Monday, April 18th. The taxes are due, and some people have them. You could tell.
Yeah.
The stores are jumping.
Girl, that's funny. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Jumping. I haven't filed yet, but I'll get them in. It's a little late for me.
Yeah.
But I'll get there.
I failed to file. I almost messed up because it was time for me to file for the company.
Okay.
And I just happened to be doing my personal, and I said I should look at, oh, God, it's due. See, that's due March 15th. That was, So, yeah. But it's tax time. The people out here flossing, doing the tax rich. I see some crazy signage out. I see the whole one child guarantee $5,800 back. I'm like, wait, how you? Really?
Right. Really?
What y'all? How you know everybody's situation?
Hey.
I don't know. I was laughing because, the kids are hilarious. There's a video of a BBC interview, and university professor was being interviewed at his home, from his home studio, much like we're kind of doing here. But there are no little ones running around, but his baby.
The little toddler marched on in like, hey, what are you doing?
It was hilarious.
But then the baby in the walker.
Oh, my God.
Like, hey, don't leave me. I want to come.
She was following her big sister. She's like, oh.
And the poor nanny.
Right. I was like, is that mom, nanny, whoever? But she was mortified.
I think that was the nanny because she looks like, oh, my God, I'm going to be fired. And the way she dragged them kids up out of there.
She crawled on the floor to get them out and came back in and closed the door. It was pretty funny. And it was a good spirit. And, of course, people attacked the dad and the lady.
Yeah, I heard he got attacked because the way he, I guess, kind of shooed the little girl away. And the anchorman that he was speaking with was, playing into it.
Right,
It wasn't a biggie for them. I think sometimes we need to really see that people are human and they have regular lives. And sometimes people need to see that side of you. Everything is not always polished. In order and polished like we think they should be. He's a family man, but it was so cute. And so many people related to that.
Yeah, because kids will absolutely interrupt whatever you're doing.
Whatever you're doing.
Personal work. It was pretty funny.
Right.
And
she sat up there like, hey, I want to hear what's going on.
Right, what you doing, Daddy? Clearly they have a relationship because she came barging in, so she's used to doing that.
Right.
And so I think that's what people fail to realize. But, miserable people like to have a whole lot to say about a lot.
Oh, yeah. We've saw a lot of that this week. Miserable people.
I'm going to let you take this one away.
Well, here in Chicago, a certain journalist wrote an article that was front page on the newspaper here in Chicago.
Covered most of the front page.
It was the feature story of the paper.
Right.
And it was about Chance the Rapper.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know Chance, recent Grammy-nominated artist.
Yep, he won 3 of them.
From Chicago, South Side, won 3 Grammys. This is his 3rd album, and we must say he's an independent artist.
Right.
He will not sign with a record label, and I hope he never does.
Right.
Because he's found another way to present his music to the world, and he has a following, and everybody loves Chance. Chance has never never proclaimed to be a perfect young man. His albums, one of his previous albums, he spoke about an unfortunate incident that he endured while he was in high school, where he was suspended. He was suspended for smoking weed. Mm-hmm. And he's never proclaimed to be innocent. But on Monday, let's go back, last Friday, he met with the governor of Illinois, Governor Rauner, because he was concerned about the future of the children of Chicago's education. And he wanted to know what was Rauner's plan to do anything about the crisis of education in Chicago city schools. Yeah. As we all know, Rauner has been governor now for 2 years? And he has done absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. We all wish we could have a job where we could go in and do absolutely nothing. Right. We do not have a budget in the state of Illinois. He has done nothing. So if you are the controller, the manager of a company, and you have to have a budget yearly,
and then you fail to,
have to update it and make adjustments quarterly, and you have to get it done. But our governor has not done that.
No.
So Chance meets with him, and he was not satisfied with the answers he was giving from Governor Rauner. He left the meeting rather abruptly and said that Governor Rauner needs to do his job. This past Monday, all of a sudden on your your social media feeds, you see Chance will go live at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time with a news conference. I know I was like, oh boy, what's this? Right. I had no idea what it was. So at 2 p.m. he has a press conference at a elementary school in the city's Chatham neighborhood, not too far from his childhood home.
Right.
And he goes there and he announces that he's going to donate $1 million to Chicago Public Schools.
Amen.
And one of the schools was the school that he was giving the press conference at. And he subsequently, on yesterday, announced the other schools that will get $10,000 apiece.
Was it 10 or 100?
10,000. It was 10,000. So I think that was something that was additional to this 1 million. I'm not sure, but I was counting it too. Okay. And it was 10,000. So I think those may be art. I know some of it is arts related.
Yeah.
But anywho,
definitely to fund the arts.
Of all this stuff that he's doing, and it was inspiring. Everybody was singing his praises because this is a young man who selflessly decides to donate $1 million to give back to his city. Mm-hmm. He said he's tired of people talking about Chicago as if Chicago is a third world country.
Right.
He is proud of his city. He believes in the youth of the city of Chicago, and he wants to give back.
Right.
Great thing. Inspiring thing. Something that could potentially inspire others. Not just those that are wealthy, but those who may have little, but every little bit counts.
Absolutely. And if you can't give monetarily,
give your time. Volunteer.
Definitely.
So many kids need tutoring, all kind of things they need.
Right.
So Chance didn't get the big feature on the newspaper the next day after he made the $1 million donation announcement.
Yeah, it was in the corner.
It was in the corner, a little corner. But on yesterday, Mary Mitchell.
Okay. Long time, Sun-Times journalist.
Long time African-American Sun-Times journalist decides to speak of his child support matter that's currently in Cook County court system, a personal matter. And the way she spoke, a lot of people said that it was not journalism.
Yeah, it was more of an op-ed piece.
It was opinionated.
Right, it was opinionated.
Assumptions.
Clearly. And let me say this. I grew up, journalistically loving Mary. Like I went to Columbia. Everybody knows that I'm the journalism major, and I just loved, I like to give my opinion. I mean, that's what we do here at the Vibrant Mix. We educate, we entertain, we share our opinion, right? But we try really hard to be fair.
Try to be fair.
And we try
factual.
Really hard to, if we don't know, say. We don't know. And if we're speculating, say that. Say that.
And, I admired Mary Mitchell also. Every now and then she would get on a tangent, but I could overlook it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's playing a devil's advocate. But to me, it was in poor taste. Sometimes is considered a Democratic paper.
Okay.
So we're trying to figure out what caused that article. What was the force behind that? Was this some Marauders people trying to dig up dirt on chance?
That's our speculation.
I don't know. I'm speculating.
Our speculation,
but even still, at what
we don't
point,
know. We're teasing. Go ahead.
Why would you tear down? I still consider Chance a youth of this city.
Yeah.
Why would you tear down a positive young man who's trying to do something good for the city? I'm not going to say what so-and-so hasn't done for the city, because there are some that could have done. Forget all that.
Right.
What he has done has inspired others to give. And you tore that down with this story about a very personal matter for him. And really, if anything, I see it as they're being responsible. The mother of his daughter, as well as himself, they realize they have this off and on relationship. Been there, done that. But let's be responsible and have an agreement where the child is taken care of. And I don't know if the young lady needs to be taken care of.
Right.
But that's what was highly speculated in this article, saying, she wants a house and she wants this. When you put things out there like that, you paint a picture, or you help for other people to draw a picture of this woman we don't know.
Exactly.
I've never thought of who, never even cared.
Right.
I don't hate to say it that way, of who the mother of his child was.
The other thing, speaking of picture, was the way it was presented. So this whole ginormous photo of him with this headline that says Spat Chance, in the center of that cover is a photo of Miss Mitchell.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember ever seeing one of her editorials being a feature on the Sun-Times.
I can't remember if I have or haven't, but I know that when he donated $1 million, that did not receive as much coverage.
But he didn't get the feature.
No, it was not a big picture. It was not any of that. And so it plays into the narrative that only if it's something negative about our people,
you're going to put it out there.
You're going to put it out there.
And it's going to be the front page news.
And I'm not saying that you don't want to know things about celebrities. Like, when you're a celebrity, absolutely, things come out.
You want to know.
Yeah, you want to come out. It comes out. But I just didn't see the point of this article, particularly when it mentioned what he was doing. We talked about it off air, formalizing agreements. And that's what it sounds more like it is happening.
He's formalizing an agreement. I had a child out of wedlock.
Right.
I was 22.
Right.
At 23, we had to formalize an agreement.
Right.
We realized our relationship was not going to work, but my child needed to be financially taken care of.
Right.
Insurance needed to be in place.
Right.
Life insurance needed to be in place. Mm-hmm. You have to put agreements in place so when something happens, God forbid, to his father or to myself, it's written.
Right. There's no guessing.
There's nothing wrong. That's the responsible thing to do. I guess if he was or she was, ratchet,
right,
and none of this stuff was, being put in place, he would have been praised then, probably.
Yeah.
But to me, what I loved about yesterday was it backfired. Mm-hmm. And it backfired